On this episode of Gambler Spec, we've got our moving dolly go-kart, Dolly Carton back in the garage, and it's time to make her drift better. Let's get started. So in case you missed the last episode, I'll give you a brief recap. I bought a moving dolly from Harbor Freight for $49, cut it into pieces, welded it back together as a go-kart frame, added some tires, a seat, a 7 horsepower motor off a pressure washer, a centrifugal clutch, and then we took it out for a test drive. Test drive went great, brought it back to the garage, painted it red, added some 6-inch wide PVC to the back tires, and then we took it out for a day of drifting. So we didn't have a ton of time to mess with the go-kart when we were drifting, but we did find some serious problems. I'll go over those with you now, show you what we're gonna do to fix them. So first problem that we had, the engine kept getting loose. These bolts on the bottom with the vibration would eventually just wiggle themselves so loose that the chain would actually fall off. So we lost the chain 2 or 3 times. What we need to do is just get some lock nuts, make sure we got the spacing correct so we have the correct tension on the chain. That should fix that problem. Had a problem where the brake drum slid off and down the axle at one point, so I lost brakes. So what we'll need to do is come back on these Allen set screws, probably add some Loctite or something on there, keep those from slipping. Probably do it to the rest of the Allen set screws on the axle as well. Another problem that we had when you're riding in this thing, it's obviously super small. So as you turn the wheel and you go to like full lock, you can see these tie rod ends, they come up quite a bit. And so when your foot is here on the gas pedal, this is actually banging you in the heel or like right in your Achilles. And it is not comfortable. So anytime I would go full lock and that would come up, I'd get smacked. So what we'll probably need to do on that, I think we can probably cut this and just bring it down just a bit. Maybe add a little bit more bend out here on the spindles. And just a little bit more clearance I think would do a lot for us there. So we'll get that done. And then the biggest issue by far has been these back tires. So the PVC, I was super worried that I wouldn't get any sliding. So I went with a 6-inch wide and we had no grip at all. So what we'll do is we'll get the bolt stuff done first. We'll get all the Loctite put on those Allen set screws. We'll come back, get the tie rods a little bit lower if we can. And then we'll take it out. We'll do some baseline drifts, keeping the 6-inch wide PVC, see how we do. Then we'll bring it back. I've got some 3-inch PVC we're gonna put on there instead. And then we'll take it out again, see if it's better, see if it's worse. Hopefully it drifts a little bit better with the smaller PVC. At least that's what Google tells me, but we will find out. All right, so we got all the changes made. Let me show you how it came out. Okay, so we got Loctite on the brake drum. We got lock nuts on the engine mounts. We got this piece extended down. Obviously, it's not painted yet because I need to make sure this is going to work. And then we bent these ends down out here on the spindles, and then we moved the tie rod to the back. I think moving it to the back will give me a little bit more clearance on my legs, but I won't know till I try it. So I'm kind of at that point now. I'm ready to go take it out. The problem is I've never ridden it in my neighborhood. We've only ridden it in that one parking lot. That was a little bit smoother asphalt, and so I'm not sure how this PVC is going to react to my streets, but there's not really a way to know till I try. I was just kind of hoping to try it where there wasn't traffic. So it's still pretty cold outside. There's still some snow, but we're going to take this thing out, see how it does, and hopefully the video quality is a little better than last time. We'll see. Alrighty. Choke on. All right, so the test drive was a success, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty much undrivable. Trying to drive this thing around with the 6-inch PVC on the back is like trying to blow an eyelash off a sleeping baby with a leaf blower. I mean, you're just like, you're so scared and you got to be so delicate, and it's just difficult to enjoy. It feels like a lot more work. So I don't know that it's going to be worth taking it to a parking lot and trying to do some baseline drifts with these 6-inch. I know what it was like last time, and I was reminded just now what it was like with the 6-inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these tires off, and let's put the 3-inch on, and hopefully it's a little bit more drivable. We'll see. All right, so that wasn't too bad. You could see 3-inch PVC on there, centered-ish on each tire. I have no idea. You're supposed to put it inside, outside. Who knows if it makes a difference or not. But we're gonna find out right now if I get a little bit more grip. So I changed my camera mount around, and let's give this a shot here. Yeah, that was better. I think I need some practice. So I think the 3-inch was a good call. I think what we'll do next, let's pack this thing in the truck and let's head over to a parking lot, do some practice, cue the music, see if we can get a cool action video. Well, I'd say the changes that we made were definitely a win. The 3-inch PVC had a much better grip to slip ratio. The steering, I never once felt it hit me on the heel, so that was good, and it seemed to turn well. Never lost the chain. Brake drum stayed on, so all the changes that we made worked out for the better. We had a lot of fun, but then you could see there at the end, we had some smoke coming out the tailpipe. So let me show you what's going on. That oil seal that was bad when this thing was a pressure washer is back leaking again. Even with the new oil seal, we've still got oil coming out. So I'm not sure if we starved it on oil or if it's just the slosh from going sideways real hard that was causing the smoke, but we're gonna need to look a little further into that. And then you can see my gas tank mount busted, but everything else worked really well. You can see you got a little bit of scrub on the rubber and a little bit of scrub on the PVC. And that's just the right amount of grip and slip to have a lot of fun. So I'll still need to come back and paint that, but that worked out perfectly. And we'll figure out what's going on with that motor. That's the best part about go-karts is, you know, if something goes wrong, it's not a big deal to put a different motor on there. We'll look for another pressure washer. You can go to Harbor Freight, you know, when they have the Predator 212s, 99 bucks. That's the great part about doing go-karts is all the parts for it are easily replaced and not terribly expensive. But that's going to do it for this episode. We got big stuff planned in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. But for now, appreciate you watching.